Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see if I can do this in 60 seconds or less. I hope I can. If you've seen one child with autism, it's just that you've seen one child with autism. If you don't have a child living in your home, if you don't have the responsibility of caring for someone with autism, I think that you should be a little
less critical is the word I was looking for. Critical
and actually
not
listening
confrontational
to what's being said. I heard a live where they talked about a child writing on walls. I wish I could literally go through my house and show you pictures of everything my child has written on the wall. But here's the thing: you have so much more to deal with. That writing on the wall is such a small, minute thing. It can be wiped off. It can be painted over. I know parents who literally have contractors on payroll because kids hit the sheetrock and put a hole in the wall, or have a meltdown or a tantrum. You don't know. So it's so easy to sit back and say, well, I would do, or I have a friend and she does this. Yeah, just because that works with her child doesn't mean it'll work with somebody else's child. Trust me, I know. I've been doing this good 10 years now. You may even set out on your autism journey with certain boundaries in place. I know for me, my plan was to never put my child on any medication. At 11, it's different. In order for me to go to sleep at night, I have to put her, I have to give her some medication. Never thought we would have to even transfer over to, I don't know the proper term because brain fog, but yeah, I ain't gonna even go into that with my own child. I just want to keep this general. Stop judging parents with children with different abilities, because it is hard. It's a hard job. It's not easy. And it already takes so much energy from parents that when they go to places to escape, the last thing they want to do is hear about what they're doing wrong with their children, when in fact, I can't speak for any other autism mom, but I know I'm questioning every day. Am I doing right by my daughter? Am I providing her everything that she needs? So yeah, when it comes to writing on the wall, right on. I got a whole family on my hallway wall. We live here. That's a wall. It can be painted. Sometimes you just ain't got it in you to get up and fight with the kid. And that's okay. Hell, I just the fact that my daughter is considered now nonverbal, but she'll come up to me and say, marker. Damn right, I'm gonna give her the marker. She's talking. She asked for it. Do I try to teach her to make sure, hey, just write on paper, we don't write on the wall? Of course. She has an easel. She has an easel with the whiteboard, with the chalkboard, I think, and paper on the back, and then she has a whole whiteboard on her wall. Then we have a whiteboard in the laundry room. Yeah, we have plenty of places for her to write that she knows it's okay to write. But when I see her write her full name on my wall, something I never thought she'd be able to do, that's the light stuff. That's the light stuff. And show me one person, truthfully, that has a kid with autism whose house is spick and span. Because if that's really out here, I'm doing something wrong. Because I clean one room, then go back to it, and it's toys and everything else. So, where am I going with this? Y'all, it is so easy to judge people. Trust me. I used to be one of those people that see a kid come into a store or something and be like, oh, they just need their butt whooped. This little girl And I think that was just God's way of teaching me. Has taught me so much in how not to speak on other people, because you just don't know the struggle. You just don't know the journey. And for some of us parents, it's just about getting up, getting the kid to whatever therapy it is they need, whatever doctor appointment it is they need, and going forward. You know, that's how it is. So it's just, give parents grace, man, because then you don't know what's going on with them. Think about it. For 2 years I've been sick. I have 2 people in my house that has autism, with other what do they call it, other is it comorbidities? I think that's the right word. Not sure. With other diagnoses. How about that? And it's not an easy job. It's just that simple. There's no magic cure. There's no magic fix. Depending on what state you're in, you may have better services than another state. States that care about children with autism, and they provide everything they need to help them be successful. And you do see those kids actually coming out being more, if not successful, well, successful in works of anything they do, but more independent. So yeah, just, child, it is so easy to say who shoulda, who coulda, who. If you ain't living it, don't talk about it, cause it ain't easy. It's not for the faint of hearts. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. I will say, when I came to YouTube, my plan was to make sure I brought a lot of awareness to autism. And then I got stumbled a bit, because I was like, you know what? I'm not bringing my baby on this application for people to judge her. I'm just not going to do it. But will I forever have the conversation? Yep. I'll forever have the conversation. If you've seen one kid with autism, you've seen one kid with autism. They still are unique in their own way. They all have their own set of quirks. And a lot of times you're met with such unpredictability. Like, my daughter we had gotten past eloping, and now we're back there again at the age of 11, where she's putting keys in the door in the middle of the night trying to get out the house. And thankfully we just have an old storm door, and so it's a trick to it to open and close it. And I just praise God that we have that. My daughter also has pica, so she eats things that's not food. You know, she swallowed a penny, crayons, and she's quick. Even her getting out the house. One day, her and this has been more than one occasion, but just recently, home health aide was here, my husband and I was here, my son was here, and she still ended up getting out the house, and was at the house a good 30 minutes. Now, thankfully, I have cameras all around my house, because I know that children with autism tend to elope. I have cameras inside of my house to see every move that she, like I'm doing what I can. But I also think about this. What about my health? I have 2 chronic illnesses. I'm also the caregiver for my brother. So we don't think about the compounding things when we say the stuff that we say, or when people say the stuff that they say. It's often just speaking about what's in front of you. So again, if you're not living with it, you're not dealing with it, man, don't speak on it. And that's just me telling you the truth, especially if it's in a judgmental way. Parents, we still have to try to find some sense of normalcy, whatever that looks like, because keep in mind, none of us signed up for this. Yeah, none of us signed up for this. It's the, what do you call it? The hand that was dealt to us. So we have to make the best decisions that we can. I needed to get that off my chest. It's always just, if you do it like this or if you do it like that, when sometimes a person just needs to be heard. Sometimes a person just needs to be told, you know what I'm saying? I know this is hard, but you're not necessarily in it by yourself. Yeah. So when it comes to that, I'm not putting my mouth. The youngest child, and I always said, taught me how not to put my mouth on other folks' children. And other folks' parenting skills, because you don't know what the parent is dealing with. There's literally an article that says parents of children with autism has PTSD as strong as a person in a war. It's no lie. You hear a sound, you're jumping. So I also wear my Apple Watch so I can stay calm. It's telling me that my heart rate is above 100. And it's been above 100 more than 10 minutes. But I've been talking about something pretty, kind of stressful. But at the end of the day, I love my daughter. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure she is as self-sufficient as she can be. At the same time, I've learned how to prioritize and what to prioritize. And baby, if writing on my wall is all she gonna do, right on, sister. Right on. What color you want? Because I can wipe a wall down. I can paint over a wall. But if she get out this house and wanders off, I'm not guaranteed to find her back or find her. If she picks up something, the wrong thing, because she has even bitten a battery before, to the point where we had to call, baby, I got poison control on speed dial based on the amount of stuff my child has eaten. And she has a poor diet. She doesn't eat proper foods, and there's no making her eat it, and there's no, well, it can sit there, you gonna sit there until you eat. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't apply. Nor am I about to go hitting on her and having her afraid of me. Should discipline be implemented? Absolutely, it should. Does she get discipline? Absolutely, she does. Go sit down. Give me the iPad. Go in your room. Nope, you can't have right now. Does she understand? Nope, you can't have right now. Nope. Is it gonna go into a full meltdown? Yep. It's gonna start off as a tantrum that transition into it. I know what I'm getting into, but that's my way of trying to teach her, and you have to be prepared for that. And some days you just don't be prepared for it, and it's okay. I don't want to hear what your godson, uncle, auntie, son, daughter that had autism did. And no, because it doesn't all apply. And I think that's the part that many people who don't deal with it is missing. Are there things that we can help each other with as a community? Absolutely. But the judging that comes with it, it ain't cool. It ain't cool. So yeah, I'm just grateful, I guess, that I got to a place where I don't care what people think when it comes to my daughter. I don't care what people say when it comes to my daughter. I continue to believe God for the best for her. And I always will. Because that's my sweet pea. That's my sugar. So, my only encouragement, and again, sorry I even recorded in this format because it was supposed to be like a YouTube short, but I actually talked a lot longer. If you don't have a child with autism, just stop speaking on it. Just stop speaking on it, especially if you're not trained in the area. If you have a child if you don't have a child and that's the field you're trained in, that's different. But if you're not trained in that area, what worked for one child doesn't mean it's going to work for another. You have to figure out what makes these children. And the crazy part is, a lot of this isn't new techniques. This is really something that should be applied to all children. You have to let them guide you into the things that make them excited, enter into their world. When you learn that, then use those things to try to teach them and to try to help them. That's for the moms. Again, for the people who ain't got nothing good to say, shut up. Be quiet. Hush. Move around. Talk about something else. And that's for real. Because I'm sure you're sleeping 8 to 10 hours a night. Baby, I ain't slept that long, I don't think, since she was born. And if I did, it was because I was sick. But not just a leisure day. No. No. So I think I've said all I needed to say. If anybody feels any kind of way about what I said, feel free to leave a comment. And we can talk about it more. But just be mindful, man. Because life is hard enough as it is. It's hard enough as it is. So if you ain't dealing with it, don't even focus on it. Now that I got that out my chest, it's time for my wake and bake. And y'all, excuse my hair. No, don't excuse my hair. It is what it is. It's in its natural state. I had braids, took the braids down, but didn't immediately detangle my hair, so I had to detangle it this weekend. Still need to shampoo it, but because I'm in pain, did my daughter's hair, my hands started cramping up. When I detangled my hair, I just was putting them in little twisted sections so that it could be fully untangled. And then I was going to shampoo it, but by the time I got done with that, my arms was hurting really bad and my back was hurting really bad. So we still hadn't got to the shampoo, which I don't think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go to the beauty shop and just let somebody else do it. Probably get it straight and out. I don't know. It's too early. Today's the 11th, September 11th. Oh, rest in peace to those that were affected by 9/11. But yeah, I think I've said all I needed to say. Pray that this helps some people. And if anything, if you want to help, ask the parents. You know, how can I help? Because a lot of times kids do stuff, especially nonverbal children, out of frustration because they can't communicate. So if you were to I don't know, just be mindful. I just get so frustrated when I hear people that look like me share misinformation. That's all. And so yeah, is it easy? No. Is it hard? Sometimes, especially when they can't tell you what's hurting or what's going on. Do I feel any guilt? No. Any regret? No. Can't imagine my life without the little girl. As a matter of fact, I think she's what saved my life, truthfully. So yeah, that's really all I had to say, but I wanted to say, if you've seen one kid with autism, you've just seen one kid with autism. They're all different. Have the most amazing day. Sending lots of love, peace, and joy your way. Remember, you're responsible for your own happiness. Peace.